a sober episode.
For some.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what you should be eating or drinking this weekend. Did you notice that little shift last time, Adam?
That was nice. I did notice that.
It's just real smooth.
But I
real
knew
smooth.
beforehand, so I knew it was coming.
Ah, that's right. That's
Insider information.
right. It does pay to be on the inside of the Pallet House.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Look at that. I'm just...
Or a sock.
It's a callback. It's a callback.
It doesn't pay to be on the inside of the sock.
Hey, Troy, look, it's Radford Racing School.
Oh, we saw this one.
Yes, I know. He's trying to get you to tell your stupid joke.
I forget what the joke was. What did I say last time?
It's your safety or your backup school.
My backup racing school.
Yeah. It's really, really, really funny. Really funny. We're glad to have Adam here.
That's right. I'm back.
Kind of excited. I'm excited. I got another beer drinker with me. Things are looking up.
Oh, yeah.
There
Crush
was a
some beers
lot
on
of
this
ASMR with the can and the peanuts and.
There was a lot going. That's why I was editing that episode and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna lead with it. And if you're into ASMR and peanuts, you're gonna love this one.
Or hate it.
Otherwise, this episode's fucked out. Like, funny though.
It was
some,
funny.
Some funny parts, but damn. Yeah. So Adam, you just listened to it. What do you think of all the peanut chewing?
It was an interesting segment. There was not a lot of talking at times other than, oh, that's salty. No, this one's salty.
Did you learn anything about?
Worst.
Did you learn anything about peanuts?
I mean, not really anything.
We have them all over here if you would like to try any of them.
Ooh, sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's run it back.
Yeah, run it back. You guys can listen to me eat while you all
Super.
talk.
I actually do know that I had people over here this weekend one night,
Oh, nice.
and I had all these peanuts out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Why don't you all try those peanuts and do me a favor and rank them accordingly? And most everybody ranked them precisely dead nuts exactly how we had it.
Nice.
There was only one deviation, and that motherfucker had Virginia Diner as number one.
Home cooker.
Yeah, that's a
terrible.
grew up in the area. Like
Literally was like, look at this. This is going to be the best. This is the diner. And he was all very proud of it. And it's like, yeah, it was all nostalgia. And I was like, dude, well, you got nostalgia. That's what you're tasting. His childhood and road trips and all these things that aren't real. Because that peanut sucks.
I love nostalgia. I'm just as guilty as the next. But what drives me crazy is when people don't admit it.
Yeah, he would not.
They're just like, no, man. They've always been the best.
Yeah.
And that's what he kept saying. He's like,
Yeah.
they've always been the best. And I was like, and you experienced this when? He's like, back, we're going to the beach. And I'm like,
We
yeah.
swing in Virginia Diner.
I kept saying nostalgia is a hell of a drug, man. I understand it. And he kept vehemently denying. Like, this is not a nostalgia thing. Like, that's not how it went down. These are just better peanuts. Like, okay. Well, you can't actually say that because out of like 9 votes, you're the only person who's voted anything less than worse. And you went to first.
Yeah, and if you didn't grow up in this area, like Virginia Diner means nothing to you. Like it just sounds like a generic name.
It's because it is. The whole place is fucking
It's so generic. Have you ever eaten there?
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
good. Not good.
it's not. I wouldn't say it's god awful.
No,
it's
just not good.
It's
It's
just
got
straight,
awful because I wanted it. I wanted to see all the things people loved, so I was so hyped.
You had
It's
pre-nostalgia.
straight country cooking. Like it's old school home cooking.
But things that don't
Like
live up to the
your
hype.
old
hurt.
grandma. Your grandma made this. If you grew up in the country, that's what that food is. It's
Yeah.
all salty. It's all over the top.
It's horrible. But at the same time, you're right. It is
Yeah.
very. I'm sure to a lot of people, it's comforting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's been things like that all through your life, right? Where you're like, it's hyped up. Movies will destroy you. A show,
Yeah.
someone tells you, oh, this is better than The Sopranos. Now you're like, okay. You
Yeah.
immediately like put it on, and then you're like, Alf isn't that great. I don't understand what we're doing here. Like it's.
I was just sitting here trying to think. Is there something you guys can think of? I couldn't think of it, like right off the top of my head of where you're just nostalgic about it, even though it's awful. But
Yeah,
you don't care.
Some of my favorite music and movies from my childhood are just mean the most to me, but I accept that they're not the best.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
No,
That's
rad.
pretty good.
Rad was
Oh,
good.
Rad was good.
Yeah, but is it?
No, but it's good.
But it's the best.
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, that checks out. I just couldn't think of it right off the top of my head. I'm like, what is one of mine? I know I've got them, but
The entire Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell album, I will fucking go nuts, run around a place like I am.
But that
on
was
drugs.
a popular
that
album.
was a really popular album.
Yeah, but it's a weird one.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Like it's just, yeah, I guess anything by Journey or Boston also.
Yeah.
And it just kind of falls right in that cut as
Any
well.
band with a state or city name, pretty good.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Ooh. There you go. Pretty
Boston.
good. Yeah, they're good. They're all good. I'll take it. Yeah, but I do hate when the hype just gets too big. Like, all right, here's one recently. Crumble cookie.
Ugh.
Motherfuckers had told me this
They're
was the
not
second coming.
Same thing.
Cookie Christ.
Same thing.
But is this nostalgia or
No, I'm just saying when
this
things
is
are too
when
hyped.
Overhyped.
Gotcha.
Overhyped.
Something
And
doesn't live up.
Right.
To the hype.
everyone was telling me, man, you gotta get your hands on this crumble cookie. And I got a buddy who shall remain nameless. Random time for a screen door mortgage plug. And this dude lives in Atlanta. And he was like, man, we got this cookie place by us. And I'm thinking it's like a local
Yeah.
cookie, like Mrs. Fields before she was whored out in every mall.
Yeah.
And
Those
he's
were
like,
good in malls, though, back then. You
Hell
got
yeah.
a Mrs. Fields.
I'll
at the
tell you
mall.
what,
It's good.
I'd rather have a Mrs. Fields than a crumble cookie.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
100%.
crazy.
I'll take a Costco chocolate chip cookie over a crumble cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this dude said he's like, I'm checking the app. My kids and I get excited on release day, and we go up there and we get them, and it's our treat. And I was like, man, this sounds really impressive. And so we got a crumble cookie. I was fired up. My girls were all excited to go, and I went up there and I was like, this overprocessed,
Yeah.
too much frosting.
Overpriced.
Yeah, I was like, this is not doing it for me. And it was a big letdown.
Yeah.
I think, though, had you never said a word,
Probably would've-
and I just walked in
Yeah,
crumble
yeah,
cookie
yeah.
and had that cookie, I would have been like, I'll tell you what,
That's not half bad.
they make a mean cookie. But I was going in thinking every cookie I'd ever had was about to be blown away.
Yeah.
And 'twas not.
That's how I felt about Duck Donuts.
Oh,
Yes, 100%.
everybody
same.
sove by
Yeah.
the Duck Donut.
I'd rather have
And-
Sugar Shack.
And
than
they look
Duck.
at me
See,
like
I
I'm
think Duck's
crazy.
better than Sugar Shack.
I think it's the difference
Yeah?
between if you like yeast or cake.
Well, that's
Yeah.
precisely what that is. But yeah, people love Duck Donuts because it's down at the beach. They think about it, and then it starts infiltrating these other areas, and then people hype it up. But you're getting some nostalgia because you're at the beach.
Yep.
You get your hands on a good donut.
Yeah.
I'll be damn if that's not amazing. And then the hype. I don't think it lived up to the
No,
hype.
no
Not for me.
But I don't think Sugar Shack's as good as people make
Well,
it
it's
out.
not. No, it's not as good as they make it out, but it's still better than Duck, I think. But I like the cake donuts, which that's what I think Sugar Shack.
There's a Duck Donuts around here, right?
I thought
Yeah.
it closed.
I have no
You know
idea
what
where it
lives
is.
up to the hype is just the standard Krispy Kreme.
See,
Yep.
not a fan of that.
You don't like when it's hot. You ever gotten a
Oh,
hot
okay,
one?
yeah,
at
hot
this-
one. Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying you
Hot one,
walk
yeah.
in, you see the sign, you go in there and you get
Yes.
it. You know it's a transactional donut. Like these things are made by the gross. all
Usually it's
over the
after a night
country.
of being out drinking or something with your friends and makes
Yeah.
it better.
But they actually do a
Yeah.
good job of making a mass-produced donut.
For sure.
Just their standard glaze.
Correct.
Standard
yeah,
glit. Oh,
Yeah.
we're not venturing into this other shit.
yeah. No.
No. I mean, I think I'd rather have that than Dunkin'. And now I know we just lost half our northern listeners. They're all just pissed off right now.
All those Dunkin' people, though, they're like crazy into the coffee and everything.
Yeah, Dunkin' really has exploded over the past like 5-10 years, where it feel like it really wasn't around for a long time. Then all of a sudden, it has just gotten
Well,
crazy.
it was
big.
always
Dunkin's
that
everywhere.
It was always that big up north.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was just how you got. That's why there's so many people who that's the coffee, that's the donut. Or it's just how it was. I think Maryland up Basically, if you
And
were,
Wawa, those were northern too, right?
Sheets. I know Sheets was northern for sure. Wawa, I think so too. I think Wawa was up there. I know Sheets was up in like Pittsburgh. We always had
Wawa
Pittsburgh
and
was.
Sheets are both out of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Is that? Can we start just calling it that? It's so much better. Like I'm always telling the girls, I was like, "Hey, you want to go over to the Wawa, grab some stuff?" And they're
Instead
like,
of Lady Gaga while we
Yeah.
go.
yeah, well, let's
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga going to the Wawa.
Yeah.
That's how you
That'll
do
check
it.
out.
Fucking
Wawa and shits.
yeah, exactly. I'd rather. All right, you a bigger fan of the Wawa or the Shits?
You know, I get them confused.
That's not even possible.
We kind of had this conversation like months ago.
We have this conversation a lot, and I changed my opinion a lot, and I'm now currently a Wawa guy.
Yeah, because you just had a brand new one open next to your house.
Yeah, and it's so much nicer. But I tell you what,
There was
I
always
said-
better.
That was my argument to you and Ely back in the day, and you guys came at me. Because my take was Sheets is a white trash Wawa, and y'all were like,
Yeah.
Sheets
That's
is
a good-
way better, way better. And I was on the Wawa train. I've come around to the Sheets side.
there you go. You're getting a little more white
Yeah.
trashy, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of glowing
Look,
up.
I was lying to myself. I was always white trash. I thought I was a Wawa guy. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough.
Now I'm over here going, I feel a little classy. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
Wawa. I'm in a vest, Troy.
You notice how the Sheets.
Electric
You are
heated
in a
vest.
heated vest. You look
know how
different
the
today. I
sheets-
don't know what it is. I haven't seen you in a few weeks. You look different.
I'm just going through my thing. I got a beard now.
Is that what it is?
The Sheets
you don't
is
look like
on
the special
the-
kid anymore.
Hey, all right.
Sheets is on the poor side of Huguenot,
It is very much so.
and Wawa's on the
They build the Wawa
rich
by
side.
the sushi place.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, over here the dead fish,
by the
just
train
dead
tracks.
fish.
Literally the other side of the tracks.
Quite literally.
I've never thought about that.
Oh yeah, in order for me to get to the Sheets, I have to cross over the train tracks to the other side of the
That
track.
Yeah.
Sheets always has some wild people in it too, because
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of times we end up there after baseball, and baseball doesn't end until like 10 or whatever, right across the street. So we go over there, and there's always wild people
Yep.
in there late at night.
Hell yeah. You know how, like that railroad track, you think about this, that railroad track goes right through that intersection.
Crosses like 8 roads.
On this side, you have an Outback. On this side, you have a Ruth's Chris.
Yeah,
Very different stakes.
that's hilarious.
Very different stakes. Not necessarily by flavor or anything,
Yeah, yeah.
but the cost.
Yeah.
The Publix and the Kroger need to flip.
Yes, they do. I agree.
I think, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. The poors have the better grocery store. I go. That's one time I do cross the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter needed some shit the other day, and I was like, nah, we're going to Publix. And she was like, I'm so glad you said that. I was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with crowds.
No, but people from that side of the tracks go, I just want to move to the other side of Huguenot.
of the tracks.
Yeah.
Gotta get on the other side of the tracks.
But they never say tracks. I've never even put that
Oh,
together.
really? Yeah. That's
Oh,
funny.
I was always I wanted to get on this side of the tracks, and then I got like the first stop on this side of the
Just
tracks.
right on the other side.
Like, yeah,
Two steps over.
If someone gets hit by a train, there could be blood on my door.
Yeah.
Like, it's not far,
Yeah, you're actually closer to the train tracks than I am.
Yep.
but I'm over here. I'm over here.
You know what else is on that side of the train tracks? Shamrock.
Shamrock
Oh,
Yeah.
Pub, the greatest pub ever.
I think I've only stepped foot in that place one time, and it was probably like 19 years ago.
Dude, that place.
It's probably the same people.
So everybody's got one of these. Got their dirty.
We've told many stories about Shamrock.
And we officially had a theory during COVID, because I saw 1 million places go out of business during COVID. Most of them had to were trying to like figure out other ways to sell their food, and get it out there on the streets so they could make just enough money to pay the mortgage. Shamrock did fucking nothing. It just sat there with an open sign, and no one came in. You're not allowed in there.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure all the
Not for that first 3 days.
Shamrock and Caddies.
yeah.
Yeah. Same business model.
The first 3 days, people took it seriously. in the Shamrock. They stayed out of there. And 3 days later, they were like, I don't think this can kill us.
You and
they were
I
in there.
used to ride our bikes up there.
all the time.
Yeah.
Ride our bikes
Really?
to Shamrock.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Little dive bar. And I'm pretty sure, and Troy and I have talked about this, we're pretty sure that it's a front for something illegal.
Yes.
Because when you never make money, yet you're always open, you're up to something.
I also think that the trailer park next to it is enough.
Yes.
There's enough
Oh,
clientele rotating in and out there that they probably could stay open
Yep.
at all times. Like,
It's a very unique place.
They've probably been there so long. They have like, I'm sure they're what they're paying for.
Oh, yeah.
like nothing. They're just happy anybody stays in that.
There's
yeah.
this beautiful trailer park over here in the area where we live. And what they did is they built a giant strip mall and they put a long driveway back into these woods no one knows about.
Yeah.
You can't really see all the trailers. You see like one or two, but you're like, it's weird that there's a trailer over there. But
Is
you
there a
don't
lot
think
back
about
there?
it.
I've never been back there.
yeah.
There's got to
Is it
be
really?
50 to 70
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
trailers tucked back
That's a big
in there.
one.
And you don't see it though.
You
and
do-
so-
I lived over here for years and didn't know it.
yeah. Well, because you've never been hooked on meth, but I'll tell you what.
Hooked.
Yes. There it is.
Ooh, okay.
Showing Adam the aerial view.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's
How many you think are in there? 100? Maybe more?
at least.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
And the closest ones are 3 car lengths from Shamrock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've got
Yeah,
plenty of
that's-
business coming through there. They could walk over there.
Well, that's the
Oh, they
spot.
do. Like, you would not.
Well, they can't drive.
Yeah.
Definitely not driving.
No. Trailer ain't seen the road in years. But that's our spot. We like it over there. But unfortunately, last night at 11:30, there was 5 people shot
No.
in the
Yeah.
Shamrock.
Did you not hear
No,
about
I
this?
didn't hear about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a few more details now.
Oh.
Like I know some stuff. It was
Let's say allegedly. Do you know factually?
yep.
Oh, you
Okay.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? I know factually.
Okay.
Now you see, I have done my typical internet sleuthing, which allows me to find my way into
Brendan,
various.
P.I.
I mean, I'll tell you,
rolls up in a Miata. Kind of like a Ferrari.
it's kind of like a Ferrari. Hey, Adam, double that up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Keep them guessing. Show up in a homo car, ride off with your woman. Gotcha, bitch. I'm the ultimate PI. So this, I did some internet sleuthing. So I started going in and like finding different articles and then getting into the comment section to see when people start going.
Oh,
back
those
and
are
forth.
accurate.
Look, here's what I know. When you get a few people to start commenting back and forth, and then they realize they know each other and they start talking, you start to get the scoop. Then if you go into other places and you see similar comments, like there was a poor bartender from down here who got killed downtown not too long ago. And I sleuthed through the comment
Dude, those
section.
comments were so wrong.
No, but I got it. I ended up narrowing it to the
Is that
right.
Brendan?
Here I come. So I've been internet sleuthing and I've got it all figured out. I know what happened.
But those bartender rumor mill was completely wrong until they arrested the culprit. And
Yeah, but I was ahead of that.
even then, the day after, the rumor mill was wrong because they had 2 other people of interest. That was all wrong.
But that's not the rumor mill I subscribed to, you see. I was hip to it. I went in there and I found the little things, and then I started seeing the redacted shit in the quote in the Reddit comments, and I was like, "Oh, that's important. That's the good stuff. They're redacting that for a reason." So yeah, I figured it out.
All right. Well, what's your theory?
Yeah, because we're less than 24 hours from the shooting, so
This will come out literally an entire week after it.
yeah, these bodies will be cold, and the case.
Well, hopefully everybody lives.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
I heard there was one person in critical.
Oh, there's no confirmed deceased.
No, but there's this one guy's working on it. He
He's working.
I don't know why you guys are laughing. This poor gentleman was shot.
He's working hard.
He's working hard on dying.
He was shot. That's fucked up. You guys are yucking it up over here. I'm just I don't know the English
The
language.
2 legit articles I read today were very vague. They were like 5 people
Very-
shot. They got taken to the hospital.
But they didn't interview
Man.
Brendan.
Yeah.
They didn't even tell you what the person look like? They didn't tell you
Hide your
nothing.
kids, hide your wife.
Yeah.
I know all
Yeah.
the facts. So here's what I know for a fact.
Oh,
Two guys sitting at the bar hitting on the same girl.
There's a girl in Shambach Pub.
Dude,
there. You'd be surprised.
you would be shocked
Okay.
how hot some of the skeevy, horrible, meth addicted ass walking through that place can
Okay.
be.
Yeah, it's
All right.
early meth addiction.
Yeah.
Early.
Way
New
early.
meth.
Yeah, new meth.
Yeah.
Not old meth.
The
'Cause-
meth checks out.
Old
Yeah.
meth.
The meth checks out.
Which-
That's a good one.
Old meth is back in the trailer park earning
Right.
some money.
Yeah.
New meth is just hanging out in the Shamrock.
Okay.
New meth is
that?
ready to
Fun
party.
So
stage.
two guys hitting
Yeah.
on the same girl.
Yeah, so I've actually never seen Requiem for a Dream, but I've heard there's I heard the middle, it seems like a shit ton of fun. Like they're
Yeah.
having a blast. So I'm assuming we're in that stage of
Right.
drug addiction. I do need to watch that movie. But the hype, I'm afraid the hype. Too
Yeah.
much. Apparently, two guys talking to a girl, get in an argument about the girl.
Yeah.
One dude pulls out a gun and blasts the other dude.
Jeez.
And in his errant jag-off shooting, takes out 4 other people.
I mean,
Not pointing at other people, just kind of willy-nilly pop, pop, gun kind of flying around, I think.
wow.
Is what I'm hearing. Like a drunk mess.
None of that sounds like it's possible. But I'll go with you.
I agree. But
I mean, you
I think
fired
the first
handguns.
part's-
Like, it's hard to hit a target from 20 feet away. I mean, what are the chances you're randomly
that's how I
spraying?
envision it.
I mean, I think the first one was by true. Like,
Yeah.
pulled out a gun and shot somebody. How he shot just randomly hit the other.
No, that's how I envision it. Here, all right, here's what I've heard. Here's what's
I've never shot a gun before.
here's what's confirmed
Fucking
by
Yosemite Sam in there.
what's confirmed by the internet rumors is that 2 dudes get in an argument about a girl at the bar. Guy pulls out a gun, shoots him. The 4 other people were hit was inadvertent. That's all I know.
Okay.
That's what's
I mean, that sounds like it could. That sounds plausible.
Yeah.
yeah. Or he's trying to get out and I don't know. You take
Yeah.
it out. But it was 11:30 last night. First rumor I heard was it was over the fact that the Bills lost the playoffs.
On a Sunday night.
I went down that rabbit hole. That was a dead end. Went down another rabbit hole.
Who didn't know the Eagles and Chiefs were going to win those
Yeah,
games?
seriously.
I mean, that's like a
I
sure
literally bet on the Skins and the Bills. I lost everything
bet. I don't know
surprised
why
me.
you would do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I hate money.
yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You're not
You
a
like
fan.
to spend money.
Yeah. Then I drove up to the Shamrock.
This story was actually about Brendan. It was the first.
You're going to have
hand
one
account.
shot, and one beer.
One shot, one
Yeah.
beer. Yeah, I can't even tell that joke because God forbid someone listens and that dude's still on the run. And my ass ends up
Yeah.
fucking
I thought it was a
cuffed.
paint gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to ride our bikes, our beach cruisers up there, lock them up.
Did
go
they
in
catch
there.
the guy?
No,
Oh,
the dude is at large. But come
Can't
on.
they just go to trailer park?
right.
Yeah, can't have gone far.
I don't understand how you even in the comments they're like, I hope you find him. I hope you get this guy. And I'm like, what the fuck you talking? No one goes to the Shamrock. There's only so many people.
Yeah, they had to have known the guy, right?
Seriously.
They've had pictures of me in there at one time.
Yeah, don't
Like,
they
quite
have
literally.
cameras and stuff, I would think?
Whatever they're selling out of the
Anybody
back.
has, look, cameras are, you can get a camera for $100. Like,
You don't want that. You don't want the cops looking at your camera when you're selling meth.
I tell you, the Shamrock is the only place where I have ever. Last call here in Virginia is 1:30.
yeah, they do it way early.
Yeah, so,
It's 2:00 is the technical. You cannot sell alcohol after 2:00.
but they call it at 1. Then they shut
It's so
it
bad
down.
in like most bars, the clocks are all set 15, 20 minutes ahead.
I have gone in the Shamrock, and I'm not kidding. At 2:15 in the morning, rolled in the Shamrock and been like, "Yeah, let me get a shot and a beer." And they're like, "No problem." And they put it right down. Like, that's my place, and that's not as a regular. That's
Right.
just I know the only place I could go right now is right here, and they serve you like it's nothing. And while I'm sitting there at 2:15,
We've
in the
had some
morning,
great times in there.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken that they shot the place.
It's
up.
actually usually all my experiences there, people have been really nice.
Yeah, typically they're really nice. You don't get a lot of fights, but the last time people went up there, I was hearing stories, people coming out like, yeah, like the dude with the face tattoo wouldn't stop staring at me. And I'm like, you know what I hate to hear? The dude with the face tattoo is staring at you.
Yeah.
Like that makes you uncomfortable. Just
Yeah.
not great.
I wonder where that guy's from.
I know where he's going. Trailer park.
Know where he lays his head at night.
It's that kind of shit. It started getting. It used to be more like Vietnam vets arguing with World War II vets about who actually fucking saw the shit,
Yeah.
and now it's like wannabe assholes with face tattoos shooting other dudes.
It's a shame.
It's falling apart.
It's a shame
even have a
how the
good shit
Shamrock
bar.
Pud has
Yeah,
gone way downhill.
you can't even have a good shit dive bar. anymore.
Never saw it coming.
No. Who would have thought the meth would have worn thin?
Do you remember last week we talked about Amazon and how I was thinking about getting my own Prime account?
Yeah, you were talking about it,
So
but I don't
we're
know if
talking
you're gonna...
about that, and like I've got that where I've got a joint one, and I've never had a problem with it at all. Like everything's completely separate. I can't see what they see; they can't see what I see.
That's crazy because I've never been able to figure out how to
Yeah,
accomplish that.
I don't know how that
Weird.
works. But ironically, we recorded that on Thursday night.
Yep.
We are recording this on Monday night. So
Big gap.
Saturday morning, I found a couple things that I wanted my wife to order. So I sent her the links. I said, order this.
She's like, I'm tired of this
She
shit.
she said, no problem. So she did it. Sunday night, we're sitting on the couch at 9:30. She gets on the Amazon. She's like, oh, the stuff I ordered yesterday showed up. It's here, but it's at my parents' house.
Yeah, there you go.
Was it the Rock Dingo Christmas trees?
The gross. You buy them in gross and you get a real nice discount. Put in ITPH.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
But
that.
so literally the podcast had come out. So I was like, I ordered a FM Bluetooth thing to stream
For a
my
car?
phone through the car.
Yeah, nice. Always.
Because for some reason, my phone, it was connected to my Jeep. Now it won't connect. And I tried a million different things to get it to work, and I couldn't figure it out. So now
Just bought a whole new system.
I mean, it's like $15-$20 to buy the little plug-in thing. And I ordered another thing to put some coins in. And they were sitting over there. So I was like, well, I'm going to ride over there right now and pick them up. She's like, just get them tomorrow. I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'll ride over. It's 10 minutes down the road. So I put it on the podcast and I'm driving over there and I'm listening to
yourself,
myself
bitch.
complain about when you order something and it goes to the wrong house. It's very meta, to say the least.
So that was it. You came back and you got yourself your own account?
No, but we're definitely going to. Like, that's going to have to happen.
I thought that was the next step. I
Right.
thought
Yeah,
that's
like,
exactly
that's it. We're done. We're doing
You
this
go,
right
that's
now.
it. I'm telling myself, I hear myself bitching about it as I'm driving to it.
It's not that big of a problem when it gets sent to the in-laws' house because they're right down the road. But like,
And when it gets sent to somebody who's 2-3 hours away, you're like, dagger.
yeah,
My
But it
sister
just-
lives in Montana.
I
I sent
found
some
it-
shit there. It's gone forever.
I just found it I just thought it was ironic. Like, I was listening to myself complain about what I was doing at the time.
It's pretty funny.
What are the chances?
I think you should just, that's it. That's a sign from God.
Yeah,
Get your own account.
definitely need.
You going to get your own account? Like just for you?
No, like a family one.
Right? Yeah, family. Yeah.
Yeah. So you won't have any issues. It'll all just
Yeah.
get sent to the same house, just under maybe the wrong name.
Yeah,
It's a way easier hurdle.
Yes.
I picked up something in the mail today that my wife ordered, and I brought it in. And I was like, "What is this?" She's like, "I have no idea."
Do you open her boxes?
Never.
Yeah. Never.
Right. You don't do that, right?
No.
Unless I know it's coming.
Unless she tells me, "Oh, I ordered this and it's for you, and this is what it is."
Yeah, my wife was out of town for work last week, and she came back, and I had just stacked the boxes
Yeah.
Yeah.
by the door.
For sure.
And she was like, "You didn't open my boxes?"
Why would I?
And I'm like, "Absolutely not."
Your boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I opened the one thing because you told me what it was. So I opened it and put that away.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then you left the rest. I was like, well, we didn't talk about the 7 other boxes.
Yeah.
And I was somehow the weirdo because I didn't open up her boxes and like
It's a
look at
federal
her shit.
offense.
Literally. What the fuck?
And your
She's
wife
crazy.
might hold that against you.
Yeah, should never go in a woman's box without permission.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted consent before I entered the
Yeah.
box. And I had consent on this particular box.
Made it okay.
So I opened it
But not
I
the
put everything
second
away.
box.
Because you have consent with one box does not mean you have consent for the next box.
Exactly.
Or the next time in the same box.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rules.
Yeah.
But
Does
I
she
didn't,
open your boxes? Or do you intercept them before? No, don't open that.
I do feel like, you know what? She does open my boxes every once in a while. Because all of a sudden I'll like see like my soap
Yeah.
upstairs. And I'm like, hey, it's weird.
Just magically appeared.
You opened my box.
Well, then I think your wife has a valid argument. That was her standard procedure.
Yeah, but it doesn't make her right.
I feel like,
I don't think there's a right either
house
way.
rules.
I feel
Yeah.
like not opening them isn't like
Wrong.
you like threw your dirty clothes, laundry on the floor.
Right.
Like it's not a bad thing. It just, it's not worth arguing over.
I mean, did she say it was like a wrong or just like a like a weird?
Yeah, she was more like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Than,
She was mad. She's just like, why not?
I think
I
it's
would have
be-
opened those boxes.
Yeah.
It's because in my mind, the lingerie that's never coming, I want to be surprised when I see it.
Yeah.
But it never happens.
Talk yourself into that every time.
The
Well,
amount
this could
of
be the
shit,
time.
the amount of shit I talk myself into.
Oh, yeah.
Like she can't understand. Like, why are you mad right now? And it's like you don't understand the lie I've told myself for 4 days.
Yeah.
Like I'm all hot and bothered in a lather.
Yeah.
Because I know you're going to be wearing a trench coat with nothing on underneath.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even own a trench coat.
I thought it was in one of those boxes.
It is in the box. I didn't want to open the box and ruin the whole thing.
What's in the box?
I know
That
it's
really
not.
is a thing, though, the whole trench coat thing, right? Like, where did that come from that guys are like, that would be great? Like, just woman with trench coat.
Yeah.
Has nothing underneath.
It happens in movies.
Yeah, it's just from movies, right? That's why we think that.
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. I've
There you
seen it.
go.
All right. 2 out of 4 have seen it. So no, it's real. It is what unimaginative women who are horned up and trying to set the hook do.
Need to meet those women.
There was the one, the NASA chick who went all the way out to like Texas.
Oh, yeah. In a diaper.
Right.
She just had a diaper on underneath the trench
That's a
coat.
different one. Hey, nobody wants that.
No,
I don't think we're talking about the same.
Nobody
type of
here
woman.
wants that.
Like,
I'm sure somebody wants that. We don't want that.
How skeevy was she? She showed up in her trench coat, opened it up,
Oh, I got a diaper.
floppy titties and a diaper, yellow
I remember when that
stain.
story came out, I was like, because pulling over for 2 minutes on your like 2-day drive would really set you back. Like,
Yeah. And just one diaper. We're not going to be changing diapers.
yeah.
It's fucking foul, dude.
That's
Gross.
So gross.
Like that's somehow the least sexy trench coat reveal.
Yeah, that really takes
all
away from that.
fucking time.
You know, people do that like when they go to like New Year's Eve in New York and like concerts and stuff.
I think I would be willing to do it at the whole New Year's Eve in New York thing.
They're marketing it now. Like they're actually coming out with like event diapers instead of just getting some Depends.
Nope. Nothing's worth that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Depends are fucking weak. Event diapers. I think I'm in on this. Event diapers. They got like lightning bolts and shit.
I would wear. I could entertain. They make a thing that you wear on your junk that like has a tube that runs down to like
The ground.
a flask on your leg,
Oh, okay.
or you could just run it out of the bottom of
I
your
would
pants.
just
leg.
remove
as you're
that
walking.
flash.
Yeah.
I would
You didn't
entertain
even
that.
know. I've been relieving myself all day.
When I went to,
I would do that.
when I went to Mardi Gras when I was 19, like their alleys, they block, they're like fenced off. Like you can't, there's nowhere to pee.
Not
And
well
and
enough.
most places don't let you go in unless you're drinking. They won't just let you come use their bathroom. So everybody literally just pulls their junk out
it's
in the
so
street
gross.
and pees everywhere.
It
You're
stinks
just
so
walking
bad.
It
through
does.
urine.
No, those are just spilled hand grenades.
Yeah.
There's no urine there. Yeah, I've woken up in the middle of like August. It was like 9 a.m. Went out. No one was there except God and the sun.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it fucking
smell.
stunk of piss. And I was like, oh.
And
Oh,
vomit.
so it's like that even.
vomit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a very
vomit too,
nice,
yeah.
sour
Yep.
smell
So even
over the urine.
not during Mardi Gras, even when it's not packed.
No,
packed?
this was like rando
We went like
summer.
2 weeks after Mardi Gras, and it was just as bad.
Interesting.
Always smells like pee there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah, dude.
Should not go there during the day.
Every once in a while, God will just flush it, and then no one likes that either.
Actually, you're probably better going during the day than at night. That's when all
Well,
the
afternoon. Yeah, afternoon's fine, but like the morning. I guess the morning. Yeah, go
Yeah.
in the morning when nobody's there and it's just all the smells and nothing's
Yeah.
open. Gross.
Brendan's so proud and horrified of his joke.
I think we all got it. We
Yeah.
just, we just kind of moved on.
That's what you should do. Not nice. It does smell like piss.
It does. It's awful.
I wonder if God will clear out Shamrock.
He
That whole-
tried last night.
that whole shopping center, except for Total Wine, has been like turning over nonstop as long as
Oh.
I've lived over here.
Yo, what the?
It's Shamrock and Total Wine, the only things
Yeah.
that stayed there.
Yep.
Yeah, one of them openly sells drugs, Total Wine.
Yeah.
The other one is obviously selling drugs, but not in the open.
Yeah.
Shamrock. What is a hot pot? There's a hot pot in there.
Yeah, I have no
That
idea.
is.
Like, I don't know what it is, but I see throngs of people go in and out of
Really?
that bitch.
Yeah.
But I don't know what a hot pot is. Apparently, it's like,
Sure, it's some kind of restaurant, right?
but it's like buffet and like
Yeah.
seafood
Oh,
and
gross.
crazy Asian stuff. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Do you all ever want to go to a buffet? Like, I never in my mind now at this age.
when
I'm
I was a
like,
kid,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying at our
Absolutely.
age now. Like, do you ever think like, oh,
No.
I really would, like never, right? It just sounds disgusting.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I need 7 pounds of ribs,
Yeah.
2 pounds of fried chicken.
Like the idea of going to Golden Corral is just disgusting to me.
Yeah, I haven't been there in
There was
quite
a
a while.
time.
Yes.
There
yeah,
was
when
a
we were younger,
time,
like
right?
the
For
like
sure.
the Chinese buffet back in college, like that was great.
Even after college, like we would hit,
first
we would
maybe
hit
5
it for
years after
lunch,
college, yeah.
like a good lunch buffet.
Yeah. But now it's just thought of going into one of those.
What
Gross.
what ethnic buffet would you be like excited to go to, and what one makes you nervous
So
to
the
go to?
ones that I've heard
They're
that
the
are really
one
good.
and the same.
Well,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Chinese.
Well, no, because I've heard there's these like sushi buffet type things that you can go to where they're just like got that conveyor belt going around
Yeah.
and you can pick off sushi all the time. They're making it fresh right there. I heard those are really good. I'd like to try that.
I would
sometime.
like to. Okay,
Yeah,
I'd
that
be down.
sounds
If I
good.
could see them making it, like if I see them making it and put it on the conveyor belt, I'm down. But like for me, I love an Indian buffet.
Oh, no.
I feel like the food.
Never been. I've never been to an Indian restaurant.
I've-
Dude, you can just slap naan all day and just grab different flavors and just soak it up. I get excited about an Indian buffet.
What is nice? Like a bread?
yeah.
Yeah, it's unleavened bread and it's phenomenal.
So when I worked at Short Pump, they had that Indian restaurant Lege out there, and everybody would get it all the time. But just the smells. Every time I tried it once, I was like, it's just not for me.
And that, like, some people don't like. But
I tried.
for a
I made sure to
buffet,
try it, but just not for me.
I get nervous about the Chinese food buffets because
Oh,
I have come across some.
But
like,
they have everything there.
They
Which is
do,
good.
and it's great. But every once in a while, you'll come across that piece of meat you eat, and like it snaps wrong or something happens. You go, "What
But
the?"
that's like
Any
every
buffet.
yeah,
Any
or
buffet.
Chinese food.
Even just when you get Chinese food, it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's Chinese buffet is like because you get to try everything. That's like the best
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
because they have like
get,
American food too,
Right.
in the buffet.
Yeah.
oh, there's nothing better than a Chinese buffet cheeseburger.
Yeah,
The best.
yeah. They have like pizza and stuff. You're like, okay,
You're like, don't mind if I do. Ciao.
I remember growing up loving the Shoney's buffet.
yes. The breakfast buffets are always good. It's hard to fuck those up.
Breakfast buffets in general
Yeah,
are great unless you're in a hotel.
Yes.
If you're in a low rent hotel and you see them scrambled eggs, you're like,
Not touching those powdered scrambled eggs.
those came out of a bag. Yeah.
I eat them.
I eat them too.
oh, I'll eat them.
I eat
That's
them too.
shocking.
The best are those hotels with the dope waffle makers.
Yes.
I can't say no to those.
I was just thinking about this the other day. I was talking to somebody, and I do not have a waffle iron because I just
Yeah, no, I don't
yeah.
know anyone that does.
Yeah, like I don't want that.
Not
Like
anymore, but
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
one at one time. I even had an attachment on my George Foreman.
We
grill.
actually have a little one now that I think about it.
yeah, but like you
There you
never.
go.
At the camper.
I don't want that like underneath, like having to like pull it out every
Yeah,
time and
yeah.
do that. I just rather make the pancakes on the skillet. But a good waffle is amazing, right? It's just
Yeah.
something different about a waffle.
waffle better than pancake.
Yeah,
I think so.
sure.
Dave,
Yeah, I
you would
agree.
be my expert. Yeah, I'm with you too.
You get the syrup down in the like the whole.
Yeah, and
That's the whole
butter.
fucking point.
Yeah,
Just get everything
so-
caught in
yeah,
it. You go,
it's so great.
otherwise, we'd all just make pancakes. They're way easier to make.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to invest in any
No,
equipment.
that's so easy. Yeah.
It's great. Yep. All right. We're
I
pro
really
waffle.
want waffles now.
Yeah. I could go for a fucking waffle. You a chicken and waffles guy?
No, I'm not. Like that whole thing with the chicken and waffles, no, it's not my thing.
Just never.
I've had
never
it a
worked.
couple
Tried it.
times.
And it's okay.
It's
It's
okay,
fine.
but it's
Yeah,
just
it's just-
not. It's one of those foods that gets built up, and you're
It's
like,
the crumble cookie of
Yeah.
breast.
Yeah,
I-
it
Actually,
is.
that's a
I
really
100%
good.
agree with
yeah.
The first time I had chicken and waffles, I thought it was going to be this transcendent experience. But here's the fucked up thing. Most times when I get let down, I stop telling that lie and I start preaching the truth. I lie about chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
I have continued.
Well, you don't want to be the weirdo.
I keep perpetuating this lie.
Yeah.
I'm like, then you haven't had a good one, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, they get offensive. Like,
Yeah.
they get angry.
I just don't want fried chicken at breakfast time. Like, I'd rather have the bacon and eggs on the side.
Would you eat it at Chick-fil-A?
What?
You ever had Chick-fil-A breakfast?
Yeah,
Like
but
little
they don't
fried
have
chicken?
waffles.
But it's fried chicken.
Yeah, I know, but that's different. I'm saying I don't want it with my waffles.
Got it. Okay. You forgot to say that part originally. I was
Sorry.
Sorry,
Yes,
I'm still
with
fired
my
up.
waffles.
Good
'Cause
fried
I-
chicken doesn't need syrup on it. Like,
yeah,
I'm
I don't
never
want-
like,
yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't want syrup on my fried chicken.
I agree. I would do chicken and waffles and then maybe give me a little sausage gravy. Now we're fucking.
You do love some sausage gravy.
I can't stop
You
talking
do
about it. It's true. We can't talk about
Have you had another
breakfast.
good poop since then?
No, nothing like sausage gravy. Nirvana turd.
You are so happy.
It's the greatest turd I've ever had in my fucking life. I mean, think about it a lot, dude. Like, there's only so many tens in this world, you know. And when you come across one, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. Speaking of tens or fives,
it's beer time.
I've got a deli.
Are we doing beer?
We're doing beer. We're doing beer,
I think that's why Brendan did it on a Monday and I got to come because he wanted a partner to drink with.
dude. Yeah.
Look at this fancy beer.
Look at this.
Oh.
It says lager on the
I'm
box.
excited about this.
This, my friends, is a cheap.
Are you just having a
beer.
sip, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now I'll just pull two out.
That's right. Ooh, look at the craftsmanship on this can. Now this beer,
Actually, this box is crazy sturdy.
Yeah.
sturdy,
Like,
like
this box is-
hard.
Oh, that is a thick.
No, it is.
cardboard.
It is a hard box.
Costco don't mess around.
Do you want a little cup, Dave, or you want me to baby bird you?
No, he needs a cup.
I need a cup.
He's got a cup. He's got to get that mouth feel.
I'm not gonna even spit.
Oh, he's super excited to be able to get back on his house. Here you go, Troy.
That's good.
All right, this right here. And I love that they clearly say who makes it. Deschutes
Oh, does
is
it?
in cahoots. How many words can we say that sound fun? Deschutes is in cahoots with Kirkland.
I'm trying.
Savor
And
the
Puss in
triumph.
Boots.
Savor the triumph of a 2023 Great American Beer Festival gold medalist. A beer that stands out among the finest in America.
4.5.
Munich style Helles.
A Helles lager is the shit. There is nothing better than a Helles lager simply because all they're doing is making a basic bitch beer and they try to give it just that little bit of flavor that makes it a little more
4.5%.
enjoyable. I'm excited because if this works, because I'll have you know, and I don't want to influence any decisions. I haven't tasted it, so I don't know what I'm up against here. But this was $12 for a 12 pack.
That's cheaper than Coors Light,
It was beautiful.
isn't it?
It's cheaper than a
domestic.
6-pack of everything we try in here. So I'm very excited about the possibility of this being.
Had you ever seen this before?
No, I walked by and I go, ew, what's lager? And then I walked over and I was like, Kirkland, ooh, Deschutes.
Now, have
I
y'all?
do.
We've had Kirkland beer before, right?
I never
Yes.
have.
And you know they make liquor. They just don't sell it here.
Yes.
And it's made by legit distilleries, and the stuff's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all had it?
Yeah,
I've
their,
had just about all of them.
Which
Yeah.
one's Kirkland's at Costco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Costco.
yeah, their vodka I think is gold Grey Goose or something like that.
Yeah, that's the rumor I've heard too. Everyone's like, it's Belvedere. And I'm like, wrong. It's Grey Goose.
Anybody else getting that hint of the Pennsylvania lager?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it says it's out of Oregon.
No, I'm talking about Yingling.
Yeah, it's just got that little
Got that Yingling funk to it.
little something to it.
Yeah.
But that is the Helles. That's kind of that style. It's funny you say that because I'd never associated a Yingling with a Helles style lager, but
But it's a lager. Because
In there.
up north, a lot of people don't even call them Yingling. They call them lagers.
they used to.
Used to.
Now Kirkland's on the scene.
This tastes a lot like a Yingling to me.
Tastes a lot like a beer.
Yep.
Tastes a lot like a lot of things. None of those things are fives.
No, it's
No, but
Definitely not
they're
a
not
five.
ones either.
I know, that's exactly right. And none of those things are ones. Interesting beer.
I think the last time I was here was the spritzer. So I mean, compared to that, it's
Yeah.
like a 10.
Oh, welcome to the promised land.
This is amazing.
You lucky duck.
Did anybody ever drink any of those?
Yeah, I was able to get Stu to have one.
I think I heard you all talk about that. Yep.
He said it was bad.
Yep. That checks out.
I actually just put the other 4-pack in the old fridge there.
I still think that the Malort shot is better than the spritzer, though.
Yeah, that's
And-
crazy talk.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Here's why. Because I thought about this when I was listening to you. I'll talk about this. The shot might be worse for like a second and it lingers for a little bit. But when you're trying to drink that beer, that's lasting way longer than that, or that spritzer, way longer than that shot lasts. Because you're
crazy
trying to
talk.
finish 12 ounces. And look how long it took you. It took you a good 10 minutes to finish that. So then it lingers for another 10 minutes after that.
I get it, but the logic, it's like saying the gonorrhea test is more fun than getting the gonorrhea. Getting the gonorrhea is always more fun.
Yeah, the gonorrhea is the Malort shot.
no. The test is because it's short.
Yeah.
This makes no sense.
Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
You ever had the one where they stick the bristles up your
I have
pee
never
hole?
had that
But
one.
how that analogy just doesn't work at all. On either, I don't know what side you're taking.
It doesn't matter.
The sour
It's all
Brandon's right.
bad.
I'd rather get gonorrhea than the test.
All right. So, what would you rather have for the Malort versus the
The
spritzer?
He
spritzer
wants
over
for
the
sure.
shot.
I'd
of
rather
Malort.
have the spritzer
And
over
I'd
the
rather
Malort.
do the shot.
So the spritzer is more fun.
Yeah, it's still bad.
Okay.
Like
But
I
it's more
regret
fun?
I regret doing it. Just like getting gonorrhea.
But you don't regret Malort shots.
No, I get, but it's just a test. I get tested all the
Brendan's
time.
about to shoot somebody over a Malort shot.
What do y'all think of this fucking beer?
I'll go first.
Yeah, please do, Troy.
This
It is weird.
it's hard to grade it, right? Because I am taking into consideration that it's $12 for 12 beers.
Amazing.
So,
Adam's like, my beer.
That's right.
I mean, look, everything's freaking crazy overpriced now. Like beers like this when we were young they were 50 cents a pop. You know, you would get a 12-pack for $6. Now you're paying $15 for a domestic light beer.
I remember my sophomore year of college. That was what, 97-ish, I think. We could get 24 packs of Milwaukee's Best Light for $5.99.
Yeah, I remember going to Kroger up at UVA and buying, because at the time I'd never heard of a Kroger. They didn't have them here.
That's what we had Kroger.
And we would buy
Farmville.
Beast Light or Natural Light or something by the case for $5.99, $6.99, something like that.
It's like a
But this
quarter of
tastes
beer.
this tastes like a beer.
Yeah.
Like this tastes like
Yeah.
a very serviceable beer. Like nothing fancy. If you like the taste of beer, that's a beer. And I'm gonna give that a 3. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the mood for something crazy with crazy flavors, you're gonna be extremely disappointed in this because this is a beer.
I mean, it's a Helles lager.
Yeah.
It's doing exactly
It
what a
says
Helles
lager
should
on
be.
it, and that's just a
exactly
fancy way of saying beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with all that because I think I'm right there with you because I think this beer tastes so much like the Yingling to me. And then you've got the cost factor to it.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I think taste-wise, if you just want by taste-wise, probably 2.5. But for what you get for the value, that pushes up to a 3 for me.
This is better than Yingling.
Oh,
To me.
that's interesting.
The flavor, albeit having a little bit of Yingling profile, it's better. This is a more well-rounded beer. It's got better ingredients. I can tell this is not as mass produced as a Yingling. This has more flavor. It's softer. Everything about it's better. If I was doing Yingling and this, it would be a 1.5 difference.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Even though we're in the same, because one of them is kind
You're
of
gonna put a Yingling at like a 1.5, 2.
No, I'm just saying if you put them together and like one of them has to win, battle of the death. There's at least 1.5 better. Not in this fucking challenge. This beer fucking sucks. No, I love it's just a basic Helles lager. If this was on draft somewhere and you had it, you'd be like, I could drink that all day. I really like that. It's good. But unfortunately, it's not great.
No.
But $12.
That's why I can't start with a 4.
Right.
$12 at a 12 pack. I will purchase this again. We'll probably have it around. I want to give it a 3.5, but I don't think it's worthy of a 3.5. So I also am coming right in at a 3, but I think a 3.5 would be a justified score, just based on the fact that it's a good example of a Helles lager. It's just not perfect. So, but I'm gonna go 3. Dave.
I haven't had a drink in 2 weeks and a day. This is the greatest beer I've ever had.
It's a 5.
Actually, I don't like this style of beer.
Yeah, that's not your type.
The greatest beer. No, fuck this beer.
I don't see, do you drink a lot of beer? I feel like as I've
You
known
like
you're
IPAs,
more of a
right?
liquor and a liquor guy,
I'm definitely
right?
more of a liquor guy.
Has that had any negative effects on you?
Apparently, when you're overweight and it takes a lot of liquor to get a buzz, your
I
liver
was
doesn't
listening
like
back
that.
to you say that, and you say that all the time, but your weight doesn't necessarily mean you can or can not consume more alcohol. Brendan can drink his face off, and he doesn't weigh what you weigh.
Beer.
That's called alcoholism.
No, it's beer. It's what I choose to drink.
That's my point. You keep saying because you weigh X, you can drink more, but you've just been drinking for a long time, so your tolerance is high. It's not your weight.
Oh, so you're agreeing with him and I'm an alcoholic.
You said it.
Only socially.
Tolerance is high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You calling me an alcoholic, Troy?
No.
Oh, you're such a pussy.
Oh, I thought we weren't using that word
Wussy.
anymore.
Oh, wussy.
Wussy.
Wussy. Gosh. I'm being
According to the definition of alcoholic, everyone that drinks is an alcoholic.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
how can you not say, like, I think
Because I don't judge.
you're a saint. You're a saint.
But like when I was drinking all the time, I never missed work. I never drank during the day. Like it didn't affect my life in a negative way. So I never thought of myself as an alcoholic, even though I was an alcoholic.
See, I think alcoholics take on lots of shapes and sizes. Unfortunately, many of them miss work, don't
Yeah.
show up to recitals, don't do stuff
Yeah.
with their kids.
It's your level of alcoholism.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
But like
I tend to agree. Anyone who binge drinks, anyone who puts down 6 beers in a setting,
that's an alcoholic.
I got a lesson for you. A little. Turns out you're a bit of a drunk.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to have 6 beers in a setting. And I have 6 beers before going out to drink.
Yeah.
Right.
If I had 6 years before I went out, I would be wrecked right now.
Well, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's also not.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
we've all done it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
used
Like,
to be able
you
to
have
do that
6
all the
beers
time.
and you're like, let's go to that party. And then you go to the party or you go to the show. And then it's after the show and you go, it would be great.
More
a few
beers.
beers.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
The beers are different though, especially if you're drinking light beer. You can really drink all night long.
Well,
and
that is why
I mean, that's the difference. You start throwing shots in there, or
It still
mixed
doesn't
drinks
bode
and
well
stuff.
when you go to a football game and then you go out and in 12 hours you've had 24 beers.
Oh
Like,
no, yeah.
It's
sure.
not a good sound or look.
Right.
Like,
But I'm saying you go to the bar and like you're hanging out with your friends for like 4 or 5 hours, drinking a few pitchers, just
Yeah.
light beers. You shouldn't drive, but you're not like wasted, fall over. You go there and you're drinking pitchers and taking shots a couple times an hour.
It's a whole nother
Yeah.
level.
Shots are the kiss of death for me.
Yeah. Or just mixed drink. If you're drinking like 2 mixed drinks an hour.
Dave, did you give your score?
I did not.
No.
I just want to point out, though, if you are with your 130-pound buddy, I don't care how experienced they are, I'm going to outdrink them. Guarantee you.
It
So
depends
you have
on the
a friend that's
130 pound
130 pounds at our age?
Females,
Oh.
I don't know. I had this dude. I had this fraternity brother that had a 6-pack, and that dude could put down more beer than me at the height of my drinking abilities. And I was just like, "What?"
Well, they're working out so much
Holy
they could just
shit, dude.
kill those calories.
No, he wasn't a workout guy. He was just
really?
genetically.
Oh, he's one of those.
Gifted.
I don't disagree.
That's a freak of
I
nature.
don't disagree with that either. But I know myself. I've been many different weights on the spectrum, and
Oh, you're on a spectrum.
and I can tell you when I was in fighting shape, 6 beers would put me out.
Really?
No, for a fact, I can drink far less now than I could 25, 30 pounds heavier. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
No, it plays a factor.
plays-
I'm just
yeah.
saying it's not the cause.
Right.
but I know I drink less. And I know the one time
But
I
you
ever
take someone
had-
who's never drank and they're 300 pounds, they're not
not gonna
automatically
take much.
taking 8 beers.
Right.
Like, that's just not going to happen.
No. But you train that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
For about 5 years. You
Yeah.
get that dude in drinking shape.
Yeah.
But if you take that dude and he
On average,
and
you
he-
are absolutely
yeah.
right. Size matters.
and he also weighs 150, and you have him take 1 beer every half hour and do a breathalyzer, that extra mass is going to slowly dispense the alcohol into the bloodstream.
Yes, these are facts.
Way different.
These are facts. Andre the Giant could drink
Yes.
way more than Wang Wang.
But I think he also, I think he put the work in.
He definitely
Andre?
put the work in.
So did Wang Wang. Wang Wang put down some drinks, dude.
Should I know who Wang Wang is?
Oh my goodness. You
Don't
lucky,
tell this story.
You
again.
lucky son of a bitch. You tonight get to lose your Wang Wang cherry?
Apparently.
He already lost his Wang cherry. So,
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, you are.
so back to this beer.
Okay.
Thank you,
I don't
Dave.
like it that much, but I'm gonna believe you guys that it's quality. I would rather have a Miller Lite over this any day, and but it's not disgusting. I'm just not. That little bit of funk in the back is not for me.
The Yingling Funk.
2.5.
I think that's a fair score.
All right, so we're probably like a 2.85.
I'm not even going to average it, but it's not a deli.
It is not a deli.
Well, we knew that going in.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw 12 for 12, I should have
No,
known.
we've had some cheap beer win delis.
Really?
This ain't the one.
Yeah.
This ain't the one. But this hasn't been my day. Dude, you know what I did today? I feel like a total fucking douche. You guys ever get like road rage?
Every time I drive somewhere. Just only then.
Okay, I feel like maybe you got some shit you got to work on. I've been trying to do better. When I was a young man,
Here's my problem.
people suck.
Every time I'm driving somewhere, I'm going from point A to point B with a task. And I swear to
Correct.
God, half the people out there driving seem like they have nowhere to be in no specific time. And it drives me insane.
And they have no task.
Yeah,
The other
people
end.
just hanging out in the left lane, like people just getting in your way, people not right turning on red, like just that kind of stuff. Just
It's the craziest thing how bad people are out there.
Yeah.
Like, it is wild.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. Well,
I just
tonight-
laugh about it, though. It's not worth being upset about.
Sometimes I laugh. But so
Was your daughter in the car?
this is what makes me
Yes.
upset. This is what makes me upset. My daughter was in the car and my Zin was not. So I do 2 days without Zin every week just to prove to myself I can do it. But what that means for all of those around me is that for that first 24 hours, my fuse is so short. It's amazing what losing an addiction will do to you in that first day. By the second day, I've actually mellowed out and I'm fine. But that first day, it's a hurdle every time. And all day long, my brain's like, you fucking pussy, let's just have some Zin and stop being dicks. Like it's bad. But so I'm driving along and I'd kept everything under control all day because I'm very aware of it. And then there's an accident on the road and there's police there and everyone has to get over and you see
Yep.
all the traffic. And I'm like, oh man, all right, I gotta get over it. I'm in the wrong lane. I'm like coming right towards the cops. and the dude in front of me kind of like, he gets over, and then it's like, I've got my blinker on, and I'm trying to get over in the car behind him, but then that car's kind of like, well, I just let this dude in. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I kind of get that. So I like pulled up, and I'm like, well, hey, dude, you just got let in, and in an effort to not fuck this up anymore, thanks for one of those, right? Right as I talked about how I haven't had any Zen, you son of a bitch. I hear the snap, snap. I'm like, oh, you going to get one too? Yeah, everybody get his in. Get that shit out of my face, dude.
Look at this lovely tin that my buddy gave to me.
Yeah.
To hold the Zen.
Enjoy it. It's a beautiful tin. Oh, I could smell the peppermint. I can't take.
I don't get the Zen thing, by the way.
Yeah, don't start.
I wouldn't.
Don't start. It is I think it's a drug.
I think
Nicotine may
so.
be a drug.
Yeah, I've tried them and it's just, I don't get it.
Yeah, but you don't like coffee. You don't like a lot of things people like.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Fucking Mormon.
No.
Wow.
Because I think being married to two women would be awful.
That does sound
It's
brutal.
miserable, like
But
awful, right?
3.
I don't know,
No,
it
even
sounds
like-
worse.
it was-
It sounds
yeah.
exponentially
Yeah,
worse. The
exponentially
more
worse.
you
Yes.
add, the worse it sounds.
I'm very conflicted on this particular.
Oh, I could see.
know.
You would be the guy.
You would be the guy.
Oh, I'd
You're
be
that
the guy.
You know
Because-
what? You really do. You're that guy from that show. Like
Yeah.
that's you.
I don't know what show.
Because you
or
would
what
talk
guy.
he could talk himself into it, like
Yeah, 100%.
more sex, more. It's going to be
Yeah, it's gonna
awesome.
be
I'm gonna be
amazing.
getting laid all the time. You don't look at it from the realistic
Logistics.
standpoint of you're going to have 5 women pissed at you at all the time.
times. Yeah, you'll never be getting any because they're
Yeah.
all mad at each other and you.
I live in a house with 3 women, all pissed at me,
Yeah,
all the time.
So add a
Yeah.
few more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like
You're
it'll fix the
married to
glitch.
it. Yeah.
You think more women will
I'm-
fix the glitch?
honestly, yeah.
I think you give each of them different tasks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly the answer.
I mean,
no, but I think realistically, like,
aren't
if
there
you're
some
all
holy
pissed off-
writings that dictate what happens here?
Yeah, we're gonna do some dictating.
I see what you.
Does this dictate? Does that taste like your sister wife? It does. That's how that dictate. That's what's up. So it's gonna be a fucking blast.
There's always going to be one cute one that the others hate.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the one I'm sleeping.
Whatever
in,
you're one-
the
you're
one I
into
actually,
more right
the one
now.
I cuddle
Yeah.
The new one,
Yeah.
they're all going to be mad at each new one.
Oh yeah.
with, which is great.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that's-
awesome.
It
God
sounds marvelous.
tells them not to be mad.
I could
There's some-
totally see Brendan doing
Oh,
that.
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
No
You're
doubt.
the poster child for that.
Getting
stuff.
excited.
Yeah, he's
about it.
he's grinning. He's grinning.
I'm getting
When I think the
excited.
first wife at first
Yeah.
is like, this actually is great for me because
Yeah.
she has to have sex with them. I don't. I just get to tell them what to do. So then that works for a while. Then the second was like, I don't want to have sex anymore. We need a third wife so she can have the sex, and I just get what I need.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we're always gonna have some level of sex.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's how it
Yeah,
works.
that's how marriage works.
Just get a new one. Just throw a new one in there. It's like when your shoes wear out. Just get
My
another
take,
pair.
It
my
is
take
true.
is the opposite. Have 0 wives
Yeah.
and then have sex.
0 wives is really nice.
Yeah, I believe it could be. I believe it could be, but you've never had 5.
I don't want.
You never had 5. You know, sometimes when you
Miserable.
lay in bed at night and you're like you're thinking about so much shit you can't fall asleep. You want to have 5 different distinct problems that you can't solve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That sounds like really fun.
That sounds a great way to have a
Sounds
good
like-
night's sleep.
REM sleep immediately.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
that'd be good.
You'd be just the
You
happiest
try
person.
that.
Your blood pressure would be
First
so
off,
low.
when
You'd
you
be so
bring this
happy.
up to your current wife,
Oh, yeah.
let me be there.
Yes,
Okay,
that would be
my
amazing.
current wife should be on fucking looking over her shoulder because that new wife's coming in,
Wow.
doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's the beauty of it. And then when the new one starts to be like,
She doesn't think there's
I don't
another
know,
woman
you
out
go,
here that
oh
would.
yeah, boom.
She didn't think there's another woman out here that would sign up with you.
Yeah, right. She didn't think she'd sign up. Boom, signed up. You can think it all you want. Women are crazy.
Not arguing that point.
This just keeps getting better.
They'll marry guys like me.
Dave, what's your take? You want a bunch of extra wives?
Yeah, you want some sister wives?
I can't afford the one I have.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah,
pure
there's-
hell,
it's-
dude.
No, it'd be
Pure hell.
miserable. Absolutely
Like-
awful. Then you have even more kids, which makes it worse.
That's way
Yeah,
worse.
15 kids,
Yeah.
about 5 women. Yeah, that sounds like a treat.
God, it'd be terrible.
All right, so you all get it then. You're all
Brendan
on
and
my
his
side.
pro have a bunch of kids.
I wanted to have a bunch of kids the whole damn time.
Yeah.
My wife was like, no, we should have more than that. And then we had second kid. She was like, yeah, I think we're good. And I was like, wait.
Guess
what?
who won?
Yeah.
But she flipped the script on me. She was like, I want more. I was like, well, that seems like a lot. And then she had 2 and was like, yo,
My
these
wife
things
wanted
are
3
crazy.
before we had any. And I said, well, let's have 1.
Yep.
And then we had 2. And then she was tapping out. And I was like,
Good.
now we're on the same page.
I mean, that's just life, though, dude. You know, you don't know what you don't know.
yeah.
You're like, I want a bunch of pine trees in the yard. Then you get,
Yeah.
fuck. All these
Or I want a yard.
You have to get new pine trees.
You're like, sweet, I want a yard that I can like
That's the
roam
move.
around and play. And then you get that yard, you're like, that's a lot of grass to cut. That's a lot of leaves to pick up.
A lot of stuff I got to do. Yeah, you're like, I want this. I want a dog. Shits on your suit.
Yep. Yep.
It
New
works.
puppies, pretty awesome.
New puppies are great.
Puppies are the absolute worst.
They are.
That's the
Remember?
other side of them.
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah. But they're adorable as shit.
Yeah. Otherwise, you kill them and get rid of them. That's
That is literally how nature works.
how babies work.
It's exactly how babies work.
Yeah.
They don't coo and look you in the eyes and giggle because they think shit's funny.
Yeah.
They don't understand anything. It's literally a defense mechanism so dad doesn't throw them in the
Yeah.
river.
When they're
all
not
it is.
screaming and shitting.
Yeah. It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
So you're road raging.
All right, so I'm with 3 of my sister wives.
Oh, jeez.
All 3 were with you?
Yes, and I'm just freaking out.
Where was the
No,
4th one?
Back home. One of you is
Tending to
gonna-
the kids.
Yeah.
One of you with the bad attitude is gonna have to stay home. No, so like I'm
Yeah.
literally.
Then
try-
you got to drive a Sprinter van.
Yeah,
like,
and
it's
all-
going
it's
to.
also- You would
You
not
would
have
not
a Miata
like that.
anymore. No Miata anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the Miata.
All your weekend getaways, that's
No,
gone.
gone.
Okay, I prefer one wife, you prudes. Jeez, I'll do it. Won't have sister wives. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
You guys watch that American Primeval?
No, but I
No.
hear it's
Is it
awesome.
good?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All
New
the
show
time.
on Netflix.
It'll change your view of Mormons very quickly.
Oh,
I'll just leave it at that. But check it out. It's worth it. It's extremely
Hold
violent.
on. It would change. Like, I don't think highly of them, so I'm gonna be pro Mormon.
No. There was a side of history in which Mormons had to do what they had to do to win the land, claim the land.
You mean have a bunch of kids?
No, fucking kill people who weren't.
Oh, yeah,
Fight.
yeah,
Indians, they got to fight the Indians. They got to fight the American troops. They got to fight. They had to fight.
yeah.
And man, they were violent.
Spoiler alert: that's how all land is taken.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm just saying. But you don't think about it.
Isn't that what all the white men did to the
Okay,
Native
but you don't
Americans?
Well,
think
that's
about
what the Native Americans did to the Native Americans.
That's true,
You
too.
Like,
don't look at Catholics because you forget about the Crusades and all these things. You know, you forget that
us
there's
Catholics are the
always,
worst.
There's always a violent past.
dude, I let my kids watch Apocalypto the other night.
That's a good one.
And my older son hates movies, and he was like into that shit.
Maybe Last Mohican time for him.
Oh, Last Mohicans.
Yeah.
Might be about that time.
Problem with Last Mohicans is really slow to begin. It takes a little while to get going.
Apocalypto was a little slow to start, but
That American Primeval was slow. The first episode was
because there's
literally
like 6 episodes.
Yeah, and that first episode was just stabbing people in heads, and I was like, God! I was like, this is like a lot of blood.
Like, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, then the second episode, I'm like, God, there's a lot of blood. I was like, and I don't feel any character development. I'm not interested in any of you people. And then somewhere before the second episode ends, I was like, better put on that third one.
Yeah.
And then it's like, phew, off for the races. I'm like, well done. But you got to get through that first one. But it's easy because it's full of violence.
so you're road raging.
So I'm driving down the road. And this motherfucker, you know, he gets over. And like I said, I was trying to like blink in. I was like, you know what? He'll let me in because someone just did him a solid. So like I pulled up alongside him and I got my blinker on. And this motherfucker's doing that light passive aggressive thing where he's turning his head the other way while he's driving, like away from me. And I'm like, I know you can see me. And I'm looking past my daughter and I'm like, I know you can see me. And I keep saying it. And I was like, this guy's ignoring me. And she's like, he is, Dad, but
Are you
know,
door to door?
He'll get in. Yeah.
Okay.
And he is now riding directly on the dude's bumper in front of him. Like he will not give an inch. Everyone else has inches and feet in between them, but I'm coming right up on a cop. So like, I got to get over. Like, you know, I got to get over. And
I
you
do have a
just-
hatred for that for everyone in that lane that is ending, just keep coming past you.
The zipper. Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like, you're
It's
like,
real, this
you're
is only
hanging
making it
back,
worse.
and everybody keeps coming. You're like, I was gonna let one person in. I can't let 10 people in.
And that was exactly why I was staying back. And when that guy got over, I was like, okay, you owe us all one.
Yeah.
So I came up, my blinkers on, he ignores me, staring away. And then he just pulls up and sits on that bumper. And I'm like, all right, so you did see me, you fucking cunt. As you can see,
Wow,
I'm
you
still a
said
little,
all of the language
a
tonight.
little angry with the guy. And so I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the hell is this? And so I move over a little and he just kind of moves back towards me while staying on the bumper. And I was like, oh, we're going to fight now. So now I look at him and I just lay on the horn in front of the cop. I'm pulling up on these cops and I'm like, bam. And at this point, my daughter's like, what is happening? And my blood has gone, whoop, and my Zen addiction is like, where's the Zen? And everything's happening. So then I honk on the horn. He does nothing. And so I'm like, all right. And I rev up ahead, towards the cops, which is very aggressive. I'm like, I gun it. Boom! Whole car rises up. And I turn over. And this dude continues to stare off and comes back at me just a little bit more. And I'm like, this motherfucker's going to win. And that pisses me off, you know? So then I have to go back and get in because I am about to slam into a cop. And that would, but now my daughter's like, what are you doing? So I pull over and then of course I can't let it just go. So even right next to the cop, I'm like, whoop, right up on his bumper. And my daughter's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. I am being very aggressive and I'm sorry. I was like, but this guy's a real jerk.
I'm showing you how not to drive.
Yeah. And she's kind of like, you're both kind of being jerks. And I'm like, that's a very fair point. Thank God I don't have 7 more. But I felt bad. I full on road raged in that moment. And I didn't mean to.
Yeah, my kids have seen some of that from me.
But the guy was
for
being
sure.
a real dick.
Shocking.
And then I pulled up next to him at the light. And he was pretend dancing, looking away, pretend dancing. And I'm like, now I hate him even more.
Yeah.
Because his defense is dork,
Yeah.
which was annoying. Then the next time he takes his phone, turns it away, just texting. But everything he does is away, passive aggressive.
The young kid?
No, he was old enough that if he died, no one would have been sad.
36.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. I mean, he lived a good life for a dick.
So I definitely have some of that. You guys have all seen me rage. Adam probably more than the two
You
of
do
you.
get you
So
have a
good.
short
It's
fuse,
my favorite.
but
But
it
I-
doesn't always light.
I'm definitely seeing it in my kids. So Adam's oldest son plays on a rec basketball team with my oldest son, and they had a game this past Saturday, and it's 9th graders versus 8th graders, and these kids were little 8th graders, so it was not going to be a game at all. It was going to be total domination.
Yeah, let's take him to the woodshed.
So my son comes down, shoots and misses a layup. He starts yelling at himself in the middle of the game.
He yells at himself like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's like, make a shot.
In the middle of a layup, he's like, don't miss this layup.
Yes.
Screams.
So
it.
the next time he steals the ball and has a fast break, he's yelling at himself
Down the court?
Down the court.
Yes.
He's at half. He's crossing half court. going,
Insane guys
Don't
are
miss
always
this.
I love that.
And I mean, we're in an elementary gym.
Yeah.
You can see and hear everyone and everything. And I'm just like,
His inner
it
monologue
was,
doesn't
it was
exist.
amazing.
I'm like,
Did he miss it?
No, he
He
made
made that
it.
one.
He made it. It was a
Good.
good shot.
Sometimes
Which is
you
funny
gotta yell at
because
yourself.
my son is more like me, where
Oh, yeah, Adam's son
he
will-
doesn't look like he's got a pulse when he
Yeah,
plays.
it's crazy.
It's that if he misses, if he makes it, if he's having a great game or a bad
Steady.
time,
Yeah.
he,
Steady.
just doesn't.
yeah, my son's
doesn't
like
move.
missing and slamming his hands on the ground, clapping at himself, yelling at himself. And I'm like,
I respect that.
I probably should have mellowed it out a little bit.
No,
Like,
it's great.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
that's. But in some respects, you've taught him something. You've taught him some bad things. You taught him some good things.
That's right.
That's what we've learned.
yeah, we'll see.
Whereas Adam, I can say the same for you.
Yeah.
Taught him some good things. Taught him some bad
Oh yeah,
things.
no, I wish he was more aggressive. For
Yeah.
sure.
Sometimes he needs to nut up.
That's
and
right.
Troy, your kid needs to calm the fuck down.
But when Adam and I were coaching together, he'd get mad in air quotes at the team, And then we talk later. He's like, "You think I was too hard on him?" I'm like, "I'm kicking shit over. I'm throwing the bats in the field." I'm like, you didn't do anything."
You raised your voice for like 3 words.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh boy, I regret everything."
Come on, guys, you can do it. Was I too hard?
Yeah. Why are you being such a dick, dude? You do what? Do it. You're not even you gotta be more clear. It's your children. Dude, I road rage with my daughter.
It's gonna happen. I mean, you can't drive as much as you do without. I don't see how people don't road rage at times.
I get mad. I'm like, I don't know if mad's the right word, but I'm just like, that guy's a dick. And my
Yeah.
son will be in there and we're talking about, because I'm at the phase where we're trying to kind of teach him driving and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, you see what that guy just did right there? That's a dick. Like,
Yeah,
you don't do that.
doing
so
that
now,
to him, like-
so now he's watching and he's like, or I call, like, for him, I don't call him dicks. I call him Muppets. Like, it's like, that's a Muppet right there.
There you go.
And
I like that, a
he's like, is that worse than a clown? I was like, yeah, Muppet's worse than a clown.
I'm like, you see how we had to go around that guy? When you're driving, don't park in the left lane.
Right.
That's for passing. Get over.
When you're in the left lane,
Yeah.
don't be over here. Like if somebody has to go around you on the right,
Yeah.
you're in that. You're the dick.
Don't
Yeah.
block an intersection.
Muppet.
If the light's yellow and
Yeah.
the cars are backed up, don't block the intersection so other people can't go.
Yeah.
Like, that's all.
Basic stuff.
Yeah.
And I do try to point that out. But then it's like, why would you take advice from me when I just literally all over it?
So when somebody does something really bad though, and I really want to like let them know, I have to make sure not to like flick them off or something with them in the car. So I give them the thumbs down.
Yeah.
And most people look at like they don't know how to react to that because they're like
good. I think
expecting a
everyone-
middle
I
finger,
actually-
and they're like, oh,
I drop
Yeah.
a lot of thumbs downs.
Yeah.
I just,
it's so much better.
I'm not being, what do you come at me? You
Right,
knock me out?
'cause I gave you a thumbs
I gave
down.
you a thumbs down. I let you know. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
I
heard
gave you
this-
the dislike.
I heard this girl say on a podcast once that when she gets mad at somebody, and I thought it was a great, like, cordial way of telling somebody to fuck off. She was like, "I hope you have the day you deserve." And I was like, "Oh snap! That is low key like that's like a southern like
because you
get
got to
fucked.
read into it.
Yeah.
And you read it for a second and go, well, I've been a real dick.
When you get that light bulb off somebody that was being or just a real clown, and you get them to realize it, it's so funny to see it on their face because they'll never admit it, but you can tell
It's
they
just
realized
crazy
it,
to me the amount of
and they
people
just
that
kind of like walk away.
aren't aware of their surroundings. Like
None.
it's why I hate grocery shopping. Oh. Because you walk with your cart and someone will have cocked their cart sideways and they're standing on the end and they're taking 15 minutes to look for the mustard and you're like, you're the hero in this movie. Like there's no one else here, I guess.
I
like,
just sit there for a while, then they look around, and they're like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "I know it's my fault that I was
Yeah.
trying to get by you."
Yeah, you're a dick, man. We've established this.
Oh,
And I
it's
established-
100% true.
episodes to be adamant
Everybody
dick.
that knows me knows that that's the case.
All right, let me give you a scenario.
Okay, what's up?
All right, you've got one car in the left lane, 2-lane. Well, it was 3 lanes, coming down to 2. All right.
Okay.
And it's one car.
The ultimate left lane is ending.
Okay.
The hero of the story is in the soon-to-be only left lane.
the middle lane.
Bumper
They're merged.
bumper to bumper traffic. The evil car pulls up beside the hero car on the driver's side, and everyone stopped. And the hero car has let 1 or 2 cars in, 1 or 2 cars behind. Like everyone had done what they need to do. This guy runs up, like passes 40 cars.
Yeah.
I will jam that dude out.
He basically parks. His front bumper is right where my driver or the hero's driver's side mirror is.
Yeah.
Right. And we're sitting there. And then as we're sitting there, he's creeping not only a little bit forward, but also closer
Into your lane.
into my
Yeah.
car. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to let
It's
this
not
guy
worth it.
in.
Yeah.
Because
It's not
fuck
worth
him.
it.
I have established my position.
Yeah.
And then the car in front of me rolls forward a foot. I roll forward, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm hugging that rear bumper.
Yeah.
And then
you mean the hero.
yeah, hero, bad guy.
Now this is where I scream, "What is this guy doing?"
Hero rolls forward 1 foot. Evil guy rolls forward 1.5 feet. Another 1.5 feet. Now his bumper is getting towards the driver's side tire, and he's also like 3 inches away.
Yeah.
The car is 3 inches away from my car, and I'm like, well, this might only go one way. 'Cause
Yeah.
neither one of us are budging. And then the car in front of me rolls forward, and we both go at the exact same time, and that guy floors it and goes down the side of my car.
No way.
Wow.
Side of my car. I'm like, you've got to be shitting.
At that point, the damage is already done. Now I'm boxing you out with my car.
Well,
I'm
now-
going to go into a different level.
I'm calling the non-emergency state police. I'm actually I was
Your wife?
driving home from a trial, so I'm all suited up, all ready to go, and I chased this guy for because it was a traffic jam.
Yeah.
So I probably chased him for 16 miles, which was 45 minutes.
You
Oh, he
chased
wouldn't
him.
stop.
He wouldn't stop. He wouldn't pull over. Wouldn't stop.
He got in front of you. He won.
We both damaged our cars.
Yeah, I think there's only losers in this scenario.
Actually, there's some truth to that. Yeah.
Yep. And long story short, the cop finally pulled him over, and then I pulled over 100 yards away. The cop talked to him, then comes to me, and I'm like, "Did you write him a ticket?" And he's like, "Well, actually, he said that you were harassing him." I'm like, I'm the fucking one that called the police.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story? There's the good guy and there's a bad guy.
Well, the damage on your car further back shows that he hit you, not you hit him.
Well, I mean, I think you could, because his whole side of his car was scraped, and mine was like from the tire.
so you look
up
like
to
the
bumper.
aggressor in some respect.
Yeah, so I think that could go either way. And I remember I said to the cop, I'm like, trooper,
Trooper.
I'm an officer of the court. I am not going to lie. And he's like, "You're a lawyer, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like,
Yeah.
"Fuckers like you are what make me go to the courthouse every day I don't want to."
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So he didn't write any tickets.
I got to have 2 wives, one near the courthouse and one back at my house.
Yep.
So what happened?
He gave me the guy's information. The guy lives in Pennsylvania.
You
It's
guys
just-
friends now?
I was fired up for like a solid 24 hours. I was going to file a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
In Virginia Beach. Well, I mean, what was I going to do?
Did you get your car fixed? And
Oh,
did
yeah.
his insurance pay for it?
No, our insurance paid for it.
Yeah.
What's to say? Was it like back off and your day would have been done and who cares?
But who would actually... Oh, and actually...
Who? You and that
when-
guy.
when-
That's
when-
who actually would
when-
do it.
No, you don't think anyone's actually going to make contact with your car.
And
You-
actually, I forgot when we were scraping, we were both moving. He was moving a mile an hour faster and
Yeah.
scraping, and for probably 10 car lengths, it was like a slow motion Dukes of Hazzard. He was driving into me and pushing me into the
did
other
he have
lane.
Did he have a piece of shit car?
No, he had a nicer car than I did, so I
Wow.
actually didn't feel really bad about it. But he was pushing me in the other lane. I was turning the wheel like 90 degrees and pushing back into
Wow.
This is some road rage stuff that you.
I love this. And, like,
wild.
That's the type of
All
shit
mile
that'll
an
get you
hour.
shot, though.
Yes.
Like at the end of the day, like that's not worth it to me. Like just back off, let him have it. Like then I will forget it and I'll never think about that guy again.
I will go to bed thinking about the asshole
Really?
today.
Is
Yeah,
that-
no.
if
Once,
that guy-
10 minutes later, me and my son or whoever's in the car would have laughed about it, and then I would have never thought about it again.
If that guy's bumper was in front of my bumper, I would have been like, "Well, he won." But that guy was behind
cares?
my car.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? We all care. Fuck
But look,
these
now
guys.
you had a damaged car that you had to fix with your insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were out of pocket and a lot of time. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not great.
I'm with you, though. I would have done the same thing.
Really?
Like, once he makes impact with me,
No.
the damage
I get-
is done.
I get that part. But when he's getting that close and you see these not backing off, I'm like, dude, just have it. Like, if this is so important to you that you want to hit me,
But this is, okay, what you have here is the weirdest thing. That is a healthy attitude. And that's okay.
But also, in my
But
defense,
we're not that.
In my defense,
Adam's not an aggressor, though.
I
But
just,
that's
to me
good.
at the end of the
Good for
day,
you.
I'm like, I don't want to ruin my day or more than one day having to deal with this over 10 seconds.
I was genuinely shocked that this guy from behind me is running into my car.
And I bet you he was
it
genuinely
was
shocked that you
shocking.
did not let him in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
No, I know how he was thinking because I was technically
Yeah,
in
you
that
were
other
that
lane
guy.
today, and
You
I was
were-
like, "This fucking
You were the bad
douche."
guy.
Yeah, but I
In
was
Dave's
the good
story.
guy because
But
I
did
was.
you think a car? Would you?
I
Did
was
it ever
staying-
cross your mind for more than a flash that you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to rip his front fender off. That'll show him.
Quite literally, I thought if my daughter was in this car, I would just fucking slam into this dude because he was being a dick. If he had just looked at me and been like, "Nah, dude, behind or in front," or like just, but he kept turning his head and pretending, and I was like,
I couldn't even see this guy. He was behind me.
I just
couldn't
need to
even see him.
Oh, I was in front of him trying to get over. I was like, I should just slam this dude.
I did that too.
It's so crazy to me.
When I was 17, I went to some rap concert in Hampton, which only white kid there
That
Yeah.
checks out.
with my
So
like
you don't
5
have to say
friends.
rap concert in Hampton. We know what kind of concert it was.
Well, after the concert, we all wanted to go to Taco Bell, and so did everyone else. And there was a line that had to have been 45 minutes, and cars were shutting their engines off because nothing
Yeah.
was moving. And this car cut in front of me, like in one of those median brakes.
Yeah.
They snuck right in, bypassed like 30 cars.
Ooh.
And then on top of that, she starts like either fake stalling or whatever. She wouldn't move forward, and she would pull forward, slam on her brakes and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I fucking had it. And I had like 4 attractive girls and my 3 best friends with me. I'm like, and they're like, don't do anything crazy, Dave. And I fucking put it in gear and slammed into the back of her car.
Wow.
There you go.
In a Taco Bell drive-thru. And she got out of the car and she had the finger waving and
Yeah.
ready to go. And I'm like, and then I look in my rearview mirror and all these concert attendees get out of their car and start walking towards mine. I'm like, all right, that was a bad idea.
We're gonna go. No tacos for any of us.
So before I can even say anything, she's screaming. These like 15 guys are like, bitch, get the fuck back in your car. We saw what you did.
Oh, they took your
nice.
side.
They took my side. Yeah, that's what's up.
And so then my cheerleading squad in the back was like, yay, black guys.
That's great.
And maybe that emboldened
Because-
me to 20 years later.
Apparently, you thought back to the one time that it would have worked.
So y'all didn't even like exchange
No.
info or nothing.
No, they were like, get the fuck back in your car. We're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
yeah, no cuts, no butts, no coke and nuts.
Yeah.
She got her tacos and get the fuck out. And
Oh, she got her tacos?
yeah. No, she cut in front of me.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah,
I would have. We'd get enough dudes.
Well,
we
then
just
she's
lift
in the
car
line.
up.
She just silently got back in her car, didn't stall it anymore,
You didn't do any
pulled
damage.
forward. I mean,
Just tapped it.
it's the
Little-
early
little
90s.
kiss.
I was driving an 80s station wagon, so I don't know. Probably nothing.
Fucking sweet.
It was like a 1.5 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And if you had 8 people in your car,
Love
yeah, that
tap.
had to be in a station wagon.
We used to do that. Like my buddies and I would bump each other all the time.
Yeah, like they're golf carts.
Yeah.
It's like boom. Nowadays, man, bumpers like fold up, things snap. You're like, oh god.
Airbags deploy.
Yeah.
towards your
Oh,
car.
airbags are the worst unless you need them, and then
Well, yeah, then they're great. They're only great when they are used for the right purpose.
yeah, absolutely. But when you hit that minimum impact for an airbag to deploy, you're like,
Cars,
oh come on.
cars totaled.
It is a different when an airbag deploys. It's a different world. Mm-hmm. Have all y'all kissed an airbag?
No, I have not.
No.
Nope.
They're warmer than you think.
I've only been in 2 fender benders ever, and that's it.
There's a very distinct
Both are very
smell
light.
that comes out of there.
Really?
Yeah, because there's like this powder in there to keep everything, from deteriorating over time, and then it's all warmed up. Everything in a car is hot. That whole engine's full of fire.
This is your
So it's
steering.
hot in the inside, and it's got a funky smell when it like opens up.
Yeah, and then like a powder in the air, like poof,
Yeah.
and, like that it's there. So it's a weird vibe. I've never done one like where I needed it. I've just had airbag moments when I'm like, thanks.
Moments.
It was just one moment, but I was like, why are you here?
Yeah, that's
Like
weird.
we
Yeah.
had this. We were fine. Now you're here. Now I can't drive you. The whole car's fucked up.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, look at this. So you got to be happy about that.
Oh yeah. We made it.
That's good news.
It's late.
It is late. Super exciting. If you haven't had a chance to, what do you want, Troy? What do we want to do? You want money or ratings?
Both. But
Chances are neither will
chances are neither. Yeah.
happen.
Okay, well, you can always send money at Venmo,
At Inside the Pallet House.
and you can always do ratings wherever it is you find podcasts that accept ratings.
Exactly.
I'd take a Christmas tree.
You just love going for the Christmas tree.
To add to the set,
Go with the metal and glass ones.
I saw Dave woke up in the second half of this episode. You
Yeah,
notice that?
he was very quiet
First
the
half,
first
the
half.
motherfucker was like,
Once he had that little sip of beer, he's like a different guy.
it was crazy. He had
Yeah,
one
one
sip of
little
beer. Goes,
sip is
don't
like-
like the beer, but I want to tell you a story about time I killed a man.
And he didn't rag on himself the whole time either.
Oh, I'm slipping.
No, your confidence is up. If you need a mortgage, head over to screendoormortgage.com, assuming you live in Georgia or Virginia, and tell them that Inside the Pallet House sent you, and they will get you one of the rates.
Of all time.
There it is. I do like your tagline. He did approve it.
And maybe, I can't promise, but maybe a Yeti cup.
And great customer service. Respect. If you need sunglasses, head over to Nectar Sunglasses. Drop ITPH in the coupon code and
Actually-
get a disappointing discount
Don't-
compared to what Dave showed me today.
Yeah, they're running a great promo right now, aren't they, Dave?
Yeah, buy one, get one.
Boom.
Fucking kicks the snot out of ITPH discount code.
But other times of the year,
Yes. And I do think that our discount is great. But
It is.
damn it, Dave, you did show me one that I was like, well, I might order a couple on that dime.
might have to.
But that's because they're dope sunglasses.
$120 for 4 pairs of sunglasses.
Boom.
Respect. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
Dave frantically typing. Type.
Gotta figure out what he's gonna say right at the very end.
Here we go. This is his moment to shine.
Don't stew it.
No pressure.
He's ready.
Meth around and find out.
Power through the fart.